Here we are, 24 hours later. And the shirt looks a little bit like this. Got the galaxies and clusters and stuff on this side with all the colors. The dark empty space on the other side. And then we rinse it. You want to start off with cold water. And you want to rinse it to a point where all the obvious dye has come out. You don't want to really do any untangling at this point. You want to keep the inside intact. So I find a good method is often just to put it on its side like this and spin it around, because then both sides will be getting water at the same time. And once you get to the point like that where the water coming off is more or less clear, just a little bit murky, then you can start making the water a little bit hotter. Move it to a warm temperature, not quite hot yet. The thing with tie-dyeing is the warmer the water gets, the more dye is actually going to be released. So you always want to do at least a splash of hot, but work your way up. Alright, it's starting to get clear, so I'm going to take all the elastics off at this point. It's still warm at this point. It's not hot yet. We'll do a hot at the very, very end. Not really like space, but that's fine. It was really just an inspiration the whole time. That's the thing with the style, is you can't control the outcome really at all. I mean, you can choose your colors, and to a degree you can choose the way that the dye is going to be laid on from the pattern of ice that you do. But as far as knowing what pictures are going to come out, the general feel of it, honestly, there's so much randomness going on in one of these shirts that it's going to choose itself. And that's the fun. I mean, more than any other tie-dye style I've ever done, this one here decides what it's going to look like. So you're really playing with the unknown. All you can do is use your best technical ability and trust that it's going to turn out cool, it's going to turn out unique. And so often pictures come up in it, designs, animals, faces, scenarios. It really is a living portrait in a sense. Alright, we're going to move to hot now. Not blistering, not scalding, but hot enough to notice it, to steam a little bit. Especially if you're doing a whole lot of dyes and you're going to batch them together all in the washing machine at once, you really need to splash this hot on. If you don't, a lot of the excess dye is going to come out as soon as you put it into the hot wash in the machine, and it's going to allow it time to mix with the other shirts in there and quite often stain them, especially when they're pressed together for a while. Plus, it means the hot water wash that you are putting it through in the machine isn't going to be able to take out the remainder of the dye, because it's still taking out some of the extra excess that you could have gotten out by hand. But if you do this right, you only need to wash it in the machine once and you're good. You want to watch out with the squeezing like I'm doing it now. Always keep it towards the end. If you squeeze too early, a lot of the excess dye in there is going to squeeze together in the shirt, and it's going to muddy the colors, it's going to stain, it's going to cross-contaminate. You don't want that. You want a little bit of squeezing at the end just to make sure the shirt is completely clean, or at least very, very close. But don't do it too early. It's really easy to do. Alright, this is the exciting part. It's like Christmas, opening up a brand new tie-dye. That, if you can see, is the front, and that is the back. I'll get a better angle. So that is the front, and that is the back. Now we'll take this, we'll wash it in the washing machine with Synthrapol, not very much, a capful at most. Put it on low water, hot. It needs to be hot. And you don't need to do a heavy, like a dirty cycle. You can do the light cycle so it doesn't swish it around too much. You really just need a little bit of swishing. It will be fine. Dry it out, of course, and that's when you'll really see. Don't ever get your hopes up at this point. Don't look for too much because the colors will change slightly. It will lighten. Things that are obvious at this point will become unobvious, and vice versa. Things that you don't see now, you will see once it's dry. So we'll see what that looks like when we get there.